All right, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Everybody feeling good? Good. All right. So we're going to start in an easy seated position, legs crossed. And if it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, just take a full body scan. If it's not comfortable, just find a gaze just in front of you about 3 feet. And then notice where your hands are. Maybe place them on your thighs, palms face down for more grounding. Palms face up for more receiving. Take a breath in and allow the shoulders to come up towards your ears. Find space between the vertebrae and the side body. And exhale, roll the shoulders back down, chin to chest. Do that a few more times. As you inhale, you lift the chest, or you lift the chin. Lift the shoulders. Belly towards the spine. And then exhale, rotate those shoulders back behind and chin to chest. 2 more times. Breath in, shoulders up, chin up. Exhale, roll them back. You feel the shoulder blades come together as your chin rests on your chest. 2 more times. Use your breath to guide you. Let that exhale maybe be a little bit longer than your inhale. Softening between the brow and between the teeth. And then come back just to a neutral position. Reach your arms up overhead and interlace your fingers. Place the palms up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in and let the belly forward and create an anterior tilt in the spine. Lift the chin. And then exhale, slowly bring that cat back. Bring the fingers towards the floor. You start to feel an opening in the shoulder blades. You concave that chest forward. Then inhale, lift up. Chin up, create the interior, nice back bend. And then exhale, fold. As we reach up this time, you're going to bring your hands and cradle them behind your head. And you're just going to reach the right arm over to the right, lift the left elbow up. Back to center, and then other side. Breath in as you gaze up, feel space between the side body, then back to center. 1 more time, each side. Inhale and lift and expand in the side body. And then back to center. Open it up, expand here. And then on your exhale, bring the elbows in, chin to chest. Maybe even bow inward towards yourself, like creating a tiny little ball. Then inhale, expand. Lift the chin and lift the heart. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, bring your arms out to a T. And then let's bring our left arm over our right knee and then bring our right hand back behind. Then with that right hand, go ahead and sweep it up and over, but keeping that left hand on the right knee and just reach up as though you're trying to reach your right hand to the left knee. Then sweep it back, gaze to the back of the room. And then exhale, bring both hands, come back to a T, and then let's twist. So the right hand comes to the left knee, the left hand comes back behind, and then just as you inhale, you gently lift and twist. On your next inhale, the left hand comes up and over, reaching for the right knee. And then on your exhale, sweep the left hand back behind. And then bring both hands out to a T. Hands come down beside you. And then go ahead, come with the knees on the floor, or the feet on the floor, knees are bent, and come down to your back. So a great way to know your positioning here, and it doesn't mean that if you can't do it, it's the wrong, it's just kind of an alignment, is where your fingertips can tickle the backs of your heels. Kind of helps with the hip hip width distance of your feet. And then go ahead and place your palms on the floor beside your torso, and then lift the hips, breath in, and then on your exhale, lower the hips about an inch. Then inhale, lift, exhale, lower. 2 more times, inhale as we lift up and down. Lift and lower. Lower all the way, pelvis to the floor. And then with your hands, bring them behind you and interlace the hands behind the back of the head. And then you're going to, with your left hand, you're just going to twist it over to the right, back to center. Then twist your right elbow over to your left, back to center. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then coming back, you're going to bring your hands to a prayer. And then you're going to bring your hands over to the left or to the right, and then back to center, and then to the left. Just starting to engage the obliques. For 3, 2, and 1. Reach the legs up towards the ceiling. And then with your fingertips and your arms lengthening in front of your feet, elongate the feet to where your toes are trying to touch the fingertips. And then lift your fingertips towards your toes. And then pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into your chest. Roll up. Bring the feet to the mat. Hands come behind, so there's just enough space to where your hips could come through if they were needed to. Then you're going to lift your hips, reverse tabletop. Same thing, you're just going to lower your hips and hover, and then lift. Exhale, lower, and lift. Keep that belly button towards the spine as you lower. Lift off, and exhale, lower. One more time. Hold here. Really feel the feet on the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down, lengthen in the legs. Then sweep the arms up. On your exhale, hands come down towards your heart center, and then gently fold over your thighs. You can bring your hands out. You can keep a nice bend in those knees so you're not locking them out. So you just feel just a little bit of awakening in the backs of the calves and the hamstrings. And then just start to notice what you want from your class, what you're here to do. You know, I love yoga. Some people do yoga because it's healthy, but you're here to take care of yourself, so that's important. You love yourself, so you're doing yoga, or you love yoga, so you're here. Either way, make this class about self-care and just being present within the body. So use that breath to guide you throughout. Then lift up. Let's go ahead and come back onto our tabletop position the normal way. And I did this last time in class, at my last class, and it always is great for those that are in front of computers and laptops a lot. So if you want, just journey your fingertips towards your knees. Now they facing the knees, not towards, but just letting them angle back. You can watch me for that. Some of us may not be able to go all the way, so go where it feels comfortable. You don't want to hurt yourself. Keeping a nice bend in those elbows too. You're going to shift forward on your inhale. Heart comes through the gateway of the shoulders, engaging the core. On your exhale, your hips come back towards your heels. Maybe your palms start to lift slightly just to create a little bit more awakening in the forearms. Then inhale, come forward. Breath in. Exhaling, let it out, hips towards your heels. 2 more. One more as we lift and bring it forward, shoulders just over the wrists. Exhaling, bringing your hips back, maybe lifting the palms slightly. Slowly coming back to center, bring your hands and fingertips forward. Let's reach the right fingertips up towards the sky, gaze up if you like, lengthening in the arm, and then on your exhale, sweep that right hand underneath, bending in the left elbow. Allow the right cheek to come to the mat, lengthening in the right arm, palm faces up. You can keep the left palm where it is, or you can go ahead and create a gentle twist or a little bind here if you like. So you're really trying to, if you can imagine, stacking your shoulders, letting the heart reach for the sky. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, release the bind, plant your left palm to the mat, unwind, creating the right hand to come all the way up, sweep it up. And then exhale, bring your right hand to the mat. Let's do the other side. Left palm and left fingertips reach up, lengthen in the arm. Keep the belly towards the spine. Exhale, sweep it through. Palm faces up. Bend in that elbow, 90 degree. Cheek comes to the mat. Stay here or with your right hand. Create a nice bind. Deep breath in. On your exhale, release the bind. Plant the right palm to the mat. Sweep the left arm up and plant it back down to the floor. And then go ahead and walk your hands just about one hand width forward. Tuck the toes. You feel those 10 toes all planted on the floor. Then hover the knees. Press the hips back a little bit more. And stay for 5 breaths. Try to keep your knees just about an inch above the mat. Look forward. Two more breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Start to pedal it out here. Melt your heels towards the mat. Find length in the arms. And allow the apex, so the hips, to lift up towards the sky, elongating the vertebrae, and the spine just gets long and your heart starts to melt towards the floor. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up. Keep the ankle flexed. On your exhale, right knee to right elbow. Reach it up. Right knee to nose, maybe kiss the knee. Lift it back up, three-legged dog on your inhale. Exhale, twist right knee to left elbow. Rise up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee toward your nose, hold it here, look between your hands, take one more deep breath in, and then bring your right foot through, frame your fingers. Bending in that front knee, bring that left knee to the mat. And then reach your arms up for modified lunge. Low lunge here. Exhale, cactus your arms, bring your pelvis forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus and forward. Lift up, raise your arms. On your exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Extend the right leg straight. Point and flex. Slowly start to bend in that front leg. Plant the hands, frame that front foot. Tuck the left toes and lift the knee. Reach the right fingertips up, twisted lunge. Slowly exhale, right hand down. Hover the right foot, just let it hover before you reach it up for three-legged dog. Lower the right foot to the mat. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, left foot, left knee, left elbow. Rise up. Left knee to the nose. Back up. Exhale, left knee to opposite elbow. Reach up, breath in. Exhale, knee to nose or thigh to belly, shoulders slightly over your wrists. Hold it here, and then plant your left foot through. Back knee to the mat. Untuck the toes or leave them tucked if you like. Sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, cactus. Fingers spread brightly. Inhale, reach up. And cactus. One more time, lift. Exhale, frame your foot, your front foot. Extend and lengthen in that left leg. Point and flex. And sometimes you can just hold too if you don't want to move. And just breathe into that lower leg and just being mindful of your knee. Try not to lock it out. Slowly bring that left knee to a bend. Tuck the right toes, lift the knee, frame your front foot. Reach the left fingertips up. Sweep them up as you gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, left hand plants, hover the left foot, and then exhale, three-legged dog. Both feet to the mat. Slowly come down, knees to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up. On your exhale, you're going to sweep your arms back. Engage the core like you're almost trying to come into camel, but you're not. You're just going to engage that core. Then inhale, lift. And exhale, sweep back. Engage. Reach back up. And sweep back. Hands come to the mat. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Lift on the heels. Really plant those 10 toes on the mat. Bend in the knees. Bottom of your exhale. Step, jump, walk, tippy toe to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Interlace your hands, palms reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, left leg behind right. Then shift your fingers and your arms over to the right. Back to center. Inhale, both feet frame that come in line with each other. Then tippy toes. Exhale, lower. Then bring the right leg behind the left. Shift the fingers over to the left. Back to center. Tippy toes. Exhale, bring the right fingertips forward, left fingertips to the back. Then inhale, tippy toes, hand seal at the top. Exhale, left hand forward, right fingertips to the back. Then inhale, tippy toes, hands clasp. With your toes on with your heels lifted, belly towards the spine. Exhale, swan dive, lower down. You don't have to be lifted on the heels, but it's just a challenge. And as you exhale, lower the heels down, forehead comes towards your shins. Toe heel your feet about hip width apart. Then plant your left palm right in the center, right where the bridge of the nose can, if it had an eye, would stare down at that middle finger. Reach your right fingertips up. Slowly switch, exhale, right palm down, left fingertips up. Both hands down, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Gently rise, nice bend in the knees, sweep the arms up. We'll go a little bit faster. Interlace your fingers, palms toward the ceiling. Exhale, right leg behind left, shift over to the right. Breath in and exhale. Inhale, tippy toes, hands lift up, heels lift up. Then lower the heels on your exhale. Bring the right leg behind the left. Breath in, and then exhale, shift over to the left. Open up that right side body. Inhale, release, both feet come to a standing position. Lift the heels, fingers all the way up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, right fingertips forward, left fingertips to the back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, other side. Lift back up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to your high plank. So you're going to lower the knees and then lengthen and lower and lengthen. You can stay here, or you can hover the right leg and then lower the left and keep that right leg hovered. Just the right foot's lifted. And then lower the right foot. Go ahead and continue to bend the knees wherever you are. Lower and then lift the left leg and then lower the right knee. And then go ahead, high plank, downward facing dog. Five breaths here, child's pose if you like. Two more breaths. And then let's go ahead and lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant the right foot through. High lunge. Reach the arms up. Sink down a little bit lower. Then we're going to come into our warrior one. Plant that back heel down, keeping those fingers lifted. And then you're going to reach your arms and bring them forward and then back. Inhale, sweep them up, warrior one. Exhale, sweep them back. We're about ready to come into warrior three. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, bring that back heel, lift it, hands come back. Inhale to your warrior three. Then reach your fingertips up as you bring that left leg into standing marching pose. And then with your hands, go ahead and interlace them. Bring your hands in front. Hug the knee into your chest. Lengthen in the spine. Rotating the ankle just in nice gentle circles as though you have a pencil. You can draw a circle. And then with your left hand, go ahead and reach it out. And then let's rotate the hip. Pause and then rotate it in the opposite direction. And then go ahead and rotate it all the way around the front leg, or you can wrap it. Both hands come out. On your exhale, right arm underneath left, hugging in or bringing palms together. Reaching up on your inhale, exhale, bow, and let your elbows and knees try to connect. Lift up. Exhale, bow. And rise. Exhale, bow. Hold here, unwind, hands come to a T. The left leg unwinds, curtsy behind the right. Then inhale, reach the left leg up, and then come all the way back into your low lunge. Hands come to the mat. Reach, and then let the left leg hover, or the right leg hover, I'm sorry, and then reach that left leg, or right leg up. And then bend and stack. Keep the ankle flexed. If you want, you can flip your dog here. If you do, try to go slowly, maybe count to the count of 5 as you slowly twist into your wild thing. Take a breath in. On your exhale, plant your right palm to the mat. Lift the right leg up. Then lower your right foot to the floor. Pedal it out. Two more breaths. Feel the 10 fingertips grip the floor. See the eyes of the elbows face one another, softening in the joints. Then inhale, reach the left leg up. Then bring your knee to your nose. Hold here, shoulders slightly over wrists. Then on your exhale, plant that left foot through. Sweep the arms up into your high lunge. See if you can really find strength in that front leg, lifting the back heel. Then plant that left heel down for your warrior 1. And then you're going to sweep your arms back for 3 times. As you bring your arms back, then sweep them up on your inhale. Exhale back. And rise up. Exhale back. Take a breath in. Final exhale, warrior 3. Toes point down towards 6 o'clock. Then inhale, standing marching pose. Right leg comes through, hands come up. Interlace your hands, then hug that right knee into your chest. Then rotate the right ankle. Give it some blessings. These ankles hold us. And then the hip, rotating it. 3 rotations. And then after that third, rotate it in the opposite direction. And then go ahead, wrap it around the left leg. Maybe it twists and comes all the way around, or maybe just the toes come to the edges of the left leg. Reach the arms up and then to a T. So you can reach and then come to a T. Take a breath in. On your exhale, left arm underneath right. Again, hug or connect. Lifting the elbows and then exhale, elbows and knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows and knee to connect. One more time as you lift. On your exhale, unwind your arms and then allow the right leg to come back behind. Do a little curtsy. Then inhale, lift up. And then go ahead, brush it back into your low lunge. Hands come to the mat. Gripping the mat with your 10 fingertips, hover the left leg, lift it up for your 3-legged dog. Bend and stack. Open it up here, stay or flip your dog. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips lift with your hips, then reach the fingertips towards the front mirror or towards me. Take a breath in. Gently on your exhale, plant that left hand down. Reach the left leg up. both feet to the mat, and then journey your hands towards your toes. Toe heel your feet to where the edges meet, the pinky toes meet the edges of the mat. Sink your seat and come into Malasana. Connect with your breath, palms come together. Allow the elbows to press into the inner knees. Find length in the spine. Maybe close your eyes and just take a moment. It's very hard to breathe in masks. But thank gosh we have them so we can all breathe better. Go ahead, lower your hands to the mat. This is where we get a little fun and some balance poses if you like. You can always stay in Malasana, but for those that want to journey into crow, that's always a great place is to start Malasana. You start to, I always bring my feet maybe just a little bit behind my wrists. And then hands are about hip width apart. You can bring the knees up inside of the armpits, or you can squeeze them beside. This is just to get the feeling. So it's not like I'm asking you to jump right in, but just notice how that feels. And then lift the hips. Always look forward, like in life they say, don't look back, keep looking forward. So as you look forward, really press into those 10 fingertips as you lift the hips. You start to create a little bend in the elbows. Eventually you want those elbows to come to a 90-degree. And you really just trust yourself because it's the synchronicity of balance that starts to happen. It's like this sweet spot that it really is just not about muscle strength. It does have a lot to do with it, but it's also just about how everything fits, and then it just kind of creates this nice confluence of balance. So as you lift your hips, you see how my elbows start to go to 90-degree, and then I can lift one leg, one foot, maybe both, or just alternate. But as you look forward and you grip the mat, and then maybe you can start bringing the toes together. So you can practice that at home for options. Go ahead and come back into your Malasana. Hands come down. On your exhale, you're going to do a forward fold. And when you do, the heels kind of come a little bit slightly out. And then on your inhale, the heels come in and you lower. And then exhale, lift, heels out. 3 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale. One more. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Bring that left palm to the center, reach the right fingertips up. And then the right hand to the center, left fingertips up. Both hands down. Come all the way up. Rise it at the top. Toe heel your feet back into center. You're going to come into chair pose, back of the mat. Hands come to heart. Challenge here. You can bring the big toes together, heels slightly apart, or you can really just go with the hip width if you like. So sink down here. I'm trying to think of what that pose was that I was thinking about earlier. It was so fun. And I can't remember. So we're going to continue. Inhale, lift the left leg up, reach the right fingers to the sky. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg up. And lower. And rise. And lower. And rise. Now we're going to add here, lower down. Inhale, bring the right leg out. And lower into your chair. Left leg out. And lower. So you might find a little balance here and some losing balance. So try to go slow with the breath. One more time each side. back to center. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the sides, arms to the sides. You're going to reach the left arm up. And then you're going to bring the right leg back, and you're going to start to come into your dancer pose. So the back of my hand, of my right hand, is going to come to the big foot side. Lengthen in the arm of your left hand. Take a breath in. On your exhale, slowly start to come forward into dancer, lifting the right knee and the toes towards the ceiling. Continue to go until you can't anymore. And then bring the left hand down, releasing the right hand from the foot, and come into half moon. Maybe come into poet's pose or sugar cane. So sugar cane is when you bend in the lifted leg. Or you can come into poet's where the lifted leg is still straight in half moon, and then you bring the left palm up towards your heart. Wherever you are, come back, bring both hands down, standing splits. And then curtsy the right knee between, coming in like you're kissing the knee, and then lift it back up. Inhale, curtsy the knee, bring it in, and back up. And then lower the foot to the mat. Pedal it out. Then reach back up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the sides, arms to the sides. And let's do the other side. Reach the right fingertips up. Start to bend in the left knee, connecting the left hand to the big toe side. Oh, these words jumbled together. Lengthen in the side body of your right. Slowly start to tilt forward, looking ahead. Eventually, you'll start looking at your middle finger of your right hand as you lift your toes towards the sky and your knee. And continue to look forward, softening in the torso, softening in that standing leg. Begin to come into toppling tree, and as you do, your right hand comes to the mat, and you release your left hand from your left foot. Half moon, poet's pose, or sugar cane, or none of the above. And begin to bring that left hand down, standing splits. Knee in towards your nose. Lift that left leg up. Knee to nose. Reach it back up. One more time, knee to nose. Lift. And then lower that left foot by the right. Bring your hands all the way back to high plank. Bring the feet out a little bit wider. Come into your forearm plank. So your left forearm comes down, then your right. And then you're going to come into forearm downward facing dog. So you start to walk the toes a little bit forward. Lift the hips. Look between, back to the back of the wall. This is where you start to melt the heels down, and then look between your arms. See if you can lengthen and lift the left arm first, and then the right. And then lower the right arm, forearm, and then the left. Then lengthen in the left arm, and then the right. So now you're in a wide-legged downward facing dog. Plant those palms nice and neatly in front of your shoulders. And then with your left hand, go ahead and grab opposite ankle. And allow the heart to reach towards the sky. Then release. Let's do the other side. Left palm plants. Right arm reaches for the left. Nice gentle twist. And then back to center. Toe heel your feet in. Lift the left leg. Bring it through low lunge. Back knee to the mat. Come into your half splits. This is what I was wanting to do last time. I just couldn't figure out the sequence to get here. So now you're going to start to bring your bottom towards your right heel. So you're just going to walk back, coming in. Yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll start to bend in that left leg. So we come like this. Eventually, that's how we're. Yeah, very good. And then this is where we have to use our hands sometimes, but this is good for agility. You're going to lift and bring that right leg up. And then you extend the right leg straight out, and then tap, and lift, tap, and lift. One more time, tap, and lift. And then go ahead, warrior three, all the way back. Bring that back leg. May have to modify here to where your feet are all on the mat. Bring that back heel down, reach the arms up, and then come into a wide-legged star pose. Sink down, come into horse pose, cactus those arms. Maybe lift the left heel, maybe the right. Maybe both, sinking. And then you can play bringing hands out, lift them up, and then down, lift them up, and down. Then lengthen. Hands come to the heart center, and as you do, you start to bend in that right leg. Then reach up, straightening both legs. Exhale to the left. Reach back up, then down, and back up. Over to the left. Then go ahead, walk your hands down, coming into lizard. So both hands are inside of that left foot. You can stay here, lots of options. You can bring that right knee down. So here's some options. Right knee down, forearms down. You can also come into monkey pose where you're going to bend in the right knee and hook and allow that left knee to splay out. The other option for those that want a little bit more of a challenge, you can lift that right leg, hook the left shoulder under the left leg, bring your arms out, maybe come with them behind your back. So we'll be there about 5 breaths. Maybe try a little bit of all. Just remembering to breathe. Two more breaths. And then slowly on that final inhale, lift the knee of the right knee. Press the left leg back, coming into high plank. Again, lowering your hands to forearm plank. Then lift the hips. Bring the toes forward, coming into your dolphin. And then lift the right arm, and then the left. And then lower the left forearm, and then the right. Then lift the right arm, and then the left. Stay here. Clarify the pose, coming back with both hands on the mat if they're not. Just get comfortable and make sure you have your body on your little mat. Then let's go ahead and lift the left leg. Exhale, bring your left leg through, coming into low lunge. Back knee to the mat, half splits. Begin to walk your hands back, hips to the floor. Did we do this side already? Oh shoot, let's go back. Sorry about that, guys. You're gonna wanna bring the left leg back, bending in that right knee, bring the left knee to the mat, and then extend the right leg straight. Then start to walk your hands back towards your hips, lowering the hip towards your left heel, and then right knee bends. So feel the right knee, right foot in the mat, hands or arms, you can use your fingers to guide you. You're gonna lift up, left leg lifts for standing marching. And you're gonna bring it out and you're gonna tap. And then lift and tap. 2 more. And lift and lower. On this final lift, you're gonna hold it, and then you're gonna rotate it all the way back into your warrior 3. And then you're gonna come all the way into the horse pose, other side, but go ahead and come on your mat, and I'm gonna face your way. So sink down back into your horse pose, toes out, heels in, arms lift. Again, you can always bring one heel up, both, or none at all. This time you're gonna bring your hands down, press the palms into the upper knees, or maybe even into the inner knees. And then you're gonna bring the left shoulder down as the right shoulder lifts, maybe gaze up. And then go ahead, create that little cat back as your chin comes to chest, belly to spine. Exhale, right shoulder down, left shoulder lifts. Back to center and lower. And back up and lower. 2 more times each side. Use your breath. Then slowly sweep the arms up, lengthening in the legs. Exhale, hands to your hips, then hinge forward. Slowly coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Let the crown of the head journey towards the floor. And then walk your hands where the fingers are going in the opposite direction, so they'll be facing the back wall, or the mirror wall. Keeping a nice bend in those knees. Sometimes the palms can almost grip the floor, where you can almost allow your hips to come over the heels. And then walk your hands back to center, right underneath the bridge of your nose, and then do a wide-legged forward fold, or wide-legged downward facing dog. So arms come forward. And then you're just going to shoot those hips back to where if you could get your heart to connect to the mat, you would. And then slowly start to walk your hands back forward, just right underneath the bridge. Then let's go to the opposite end to where the right knee bends. And you're going to come into lizard on the back of the mat. Again, doing that same thing, you can bring the knee down, coming into monkey pose. Hand can reach back behind, right fingertips to left top of the toe. Pressing the right palm inside of the knee, or coming into airplane where the right knee is lifted. You hook the left knee is lifted and you hook the right shoulder underneath the leg, arms come out to a T, or broken airplane, they say, as you bring your hands behind. And slowly begin to release, palms come down, lengthen in the arms, and then you're going to just slowly, how do we want to do this? We want to come into a wide-legged forward fold on our back. So just come down where you're like hands, toes to opposite, or to the edges. You guys can face that way or that way. And reach the arms up, and then cactus. And then you're going to reach over to the right as you continue to just bend in those elbows, bringing that right elbow behind the right leg, and then reach the left fingertips up and over towards the right toes. And then cactus that right elbow or left elbow. Engage the core and then lift up into your cactus. And then exhale, bend over to your left. Left arm goes behind the left leg and then reach the right fingertips. Maybe they try to reach for the left toes. And then cactus that right elbow. Engage the core and then lift up. And then exhale, bring your hands down and then journey forward for a wide-legged forward fold. Melt your heart towards the floor. Keep those toes pointed towards the ceiling. Then walk your hands back, lengthening in the arms, and then walk your hands back to the inner thighs. Bend the knees. You're going to rotate the left arm back, the right arm behind. And then you're going to reach and then lift the left fingertips up. And then slowly exhale, lower the hips down. And then rotate the left arm back behind and sweep the right fingertips up. 2 more times. Lower down. Reach the right leg, right hand behind. Lift the hips. Fingertips reach up. Exhale, lower. Other side. One more time, each side. And lift. And lower. And then slowly bring both hands or legs into a cross-legged position. And then we'll do that twist one more time. So our left, we're going to reach the left arm forward and the right arm back. And then with the left hand, reach it over the right knee, and then the left and the right fingertips reach up and over. And then sweep the right arm back, gaze to the back. Inhale, come to a T, releasing both hands, coming out. And then exhale, let's go ahead, bring the right fingertips to the left knee, left hand to the back. Then gaze and reach over, left fingertips to the right knee. And then sweep it all the way through. Come back to center. Wherever you are, come back and lower down. We're going to start lowering ourselves to our back. So before we do, you're going to bring your 10 toes onto the mat and lift the heels. You're going to reach your arms up and engage the core. The goal here is to not try to lift the feet. And I'm not saying I can always do it. On your exhale, gently lower down, engage the core. Keep those toes where they are and lower down. And then inhale, reach the arms up and over. On your exhale, lift all the way up. Keep those toes on the mat. Inhale, reach up, engage the core, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, lower, keep those toes on the floor, lower the back. Reach the fingertips up and over your head, lengthen, take a breath in. Exhale, lift. Almost done here. Hands behind the hamstrings. Reach the legs up. Arms come out and lower down and lift and lower and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those legs lifted, lower the back, hover and flutter, kick the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet to the mat. Reach the fingertips up and over your head. See as if I could be pulling you in two opposite directions, belly towards the spine, and you lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then go ahead, hug the left knee into your chest. Half happy baby. Grab the outer edge of your left foot. Try to press the left knee to hugging it into your torso. And then with the left knee, go ahead and roll it over to the right. Just fold over to the right. Gaze over your left arm. Maybe your left arm comes out to a T. Inhale back to center, hugging that left knee into your chest. Reaching the left leg up, and then start to journey your knee towards your forehead. So you're going to lift your forehead, and you're just going to bring that knee in and hug it towards so that they're just magnetized toward each other. Then lower the head to the mat. Bring the hands down. Hover the right foot, and then tap the left toes to the heel for 1. Lift up. 2. Lift up. 3. Lower both legs. Hug the right knee into the chest. Half happy baby. 2 breaths. Then roll it over to the left side, gentle twist, gazing over your right shoulder. Come back to center, extending that right leg straight up, bringing your hands behind your hamstring and then behind your calf. Go ahead and lift your forehead, top of your head, bringing it towards your right knee. Slowly lower your head down. Hover the left leg, hands come to the side, and then tap your right heel to the left toes, and then lift and lower, and lift and lower. And one more time, lift and exhale, lower. Both heels come to the corners of the mat. Hands come out, maybe the palms face up. Take 1 deep breath in, hold it in, maybe sip in a little bit more air where your belly comes towards the spine, and then your shoulders and your torso lift. And exhale, release, Savasana. Take rest. Let out a big sigh. Slowly begin to come to that natural breath pattern. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe do a little shimmy with the hips just to start to find some awakening in the whole body. Reaching the arms up overhead one final time just to become fully awake. And then fold over to your right side when you feel comfortable and ready. Coming into seed pose, when yoga really starts to take place off the mat, out into the unknown. And then when you're ready, go ahead and use those hands and those arms to lift you up into an easy seated, cross-legged position. Sukhasana, eyes are soft. Find length in the spine. And then lifting the fingertips and the arms, reaching up and clasping it all in together, and bringing it down to heart center. Pinkies press in towards your heart, thumbs. Pinkies radiate outward towards those around you. Bowing to yourself for the practice that you've done today, for moving with the community, and doing some loving kindness to yourself. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. May you be happy, and may you be healthy, and may you be at ease. Namaste.